motherfucking thing, and that's what? It's big bullshit.
I say, big time players step up in big games. All the criticizing, all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big games.
Alright, yo, we back, man. Caneville. X, I'm D. Been in Baltimore, man. Just flew back in here, man. Early flight, man. Trying to do the cheap thing. Get back in Miami, dog. Heading home, man. See the Cuban flags flying. Cuban flags flying everywhere. And I ain't been down here. I've been in Baltimore putting out fires, dealing with my own stuff. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, the Palmetto blocked up.
Blocked off for 5-6 hours.
Yeah, Palmetto blocked up. So that's what I do. Man, all my Cuban fans, my politic fans, everybody who watched the show, man, let me know in the comment section below what exactly going on with Cuba and the Cubans here, and what is exactly that they're asking for. I'm not a big news guy. I can't even lie. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't financial news, a lot of times I don't really follow the news like that. I asked X, and we couldn't go with X lane because X gonna get us all shot out with X field. You know what I'm saying? But let us know in the comment section below what is it that the Cuban Americans here are asking for, and what's going on in Cuba, and because to be protesting here for something that's going on there is big. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
So just let me know in the comment section below, man. What's going on over there? And what is it that the Cubans are asking for?
I think they ready to get from under that regime of that dictatorship. They want to be, what's the political liberated?
Didn't Castro die? No.
Yeah, Castro's dead, but
but then somebody else is took
yeah,
over?
and they kept, basically they kept everything going the same. So
you see how dumb me and X sound talk about this? So y'all just let us know. Let us know in the comment section what it is that y'all are asking for and what's going on, man. Put me up to speed. Listen, what else we got going on?
Month of July, you got camp getting ready to start pretty soon.
Right, we snuck into July and camp is about to start. Let's talk about like
just in January.
What's about to happen, huh?
We were just in January.
I know.
In July, man. We was worrying about is King gonna be ready. He just had surgery, and man, he posted a video. I think he went to Texas, and he was asking somebody, is there an indoor facility where he could work out? And he posted a video of him actually running around and throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And I was like,
so the cat out the bag.
No knee brace, no nothing.
But the cat out the bag, huh?
Out the bag, man.
No secret.
They said he was gonna be ready. What Coach Lashley said? He said, man, he gonna break the fastest. Right. So
right.
He's ready. Camp about to start.
So we sneaking into July. Let's get a small outlook on what we're about to walk into. It looks like camp may be open for media again. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's open. It's open for media.
Yeah, it looked like it may be open for media. Where you get that word? Somebody told you?
I mean, obviously they
okay.
media at Paradise Camp. So
yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking.
So they did it there. Then obviously they gonna do it this one.
Listen, man, if camp open, dog, we gonna be on fire.
I know we come.
You understand, like you know what I'm saying? We're credentialed with the King. We've been credentialed with the King like the last 4 years. Everybody ain't credentialed with the Kings. Everybody don't get to go in. We go on with the big dogs, and it's only because we put in work, man. We put in work, shook the right hands, but we're credentialed with them, and we're there every day, always been there every day. But now we got a team to put some content together, and we're gonna bring it, dog. When it start, we're gonna bring it.
I know we keep 5 clips. It be somehow we just get the exclusive stuff.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the members they gonna get some extra stuff. Because when we start going to camp, we always get a bunch of stuff, a bunch of clips and videos and practice that we never get to using because it be so much of it. So man, if you want to join, it's right there in the comment section. I mean, in the description right there at the top. But let's get into this, man. So July start, camps usually start because I don't know when it's gonna start.
Camp usually start like the last, like fall camp. Actually practicing, they actually start like either the last week of July or beginning week of August, depending on when the first game.
Right.
See, our first game is the 4th, but it's games the previous week.
Right.
Which gives teams an earlier start time. So I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, our camp will start. I mean, our fall actual camp day would probably be the last week of July.
Right. So we go into camp. It's first is just helmets and shells or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
shells,
Just helmets, and they don't have anything on. There's no starters at the beginning, right?
No
Just
no actual depth chart just yet.
Is it logos on the helmet? Are we still doing this?
No,
They're not.
No, last year they ain't had logos. They ain't had logos at the beginning.
No.
They ain't get them till like the second week, but
yeah. So it's no starters, and basically what are they doing? They going through drills.
Well, no. When camp started, they actually preparing. Like 2 weeks prior, they're gonna start. They doing them drills, doing the workout drills with the strength coach. Then when actual camp starts, now they go into their positions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you get quarterbacks over here, running backs, They get the playbook. They start going over that, and then they start implementing it.
Yeah.
So the depth chart, basically the depth chart is created the previous 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Who working the hardest? You know what I'm saying?
Because the depth chart always come out and we're like, hey, how did you get on there? How he get first? The C name again? Oh, hey. So yeah, that's how the depth chart. So then maybe 2 weeks into practice they put out the depth chart, right?
Yeah.
From Pat, is the depth chart always concrete? What do you like?
I don't think it's always concrete because sometimes you have some players who are not active during the previous weeks or the previous practices, and then, man, just because that player does work harder, you know what I'm saying, he just might not be better or vice versa.
Right.
He might be better, but he's not working as hard. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying, it's not concrete. Once they start implementing, okay, lastly, he has an offense. We're going to start off the first drive. He's going to have a certain package.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some certain players might be in and certain players might be not. So it's not concrete anymore.
Lastly, you bring up Lashley. So Lashley last year didn't get to put his offense in on the field. It was like through Zoom, right? Because of COVID. It's not an excuse because everybody was doing the same thing. But this year he gets to put his offense in. He got a quarterback 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like he got some pieces. He got some pieces. It may have a running game. The wide receivers, we're still up in the air on who's going to step up, but he has names. What is that going to do for Lashley now that him and King's second year and they actually?
I think it helps him and the offense. It helps him and King. I'm gonna just talk about them two. It helps him and King because now he can trust King a lot more. Mm-hmm. Last year, as you see doing certain drives, you'll be looking at King and be like, okay, well, why King ain't audible? I don't think he trusted him just enough. Uh-huh. I'm not saying it's not the trust of King, but it's the trust of King relaying it to the players. The players might get it mixed up.
Right.
But who you going to blame? You're going to blame King. You're not going to blame the players. Right. So now I think he trusts him a lot more to relay it to the players and get them in the right position.
Yeah.
You got a full year to do that. You know what I'm saying? Last year it was like this. Everything was fast. So sometimes I'm relaying it, but he missed the assignment because he didn't know.
Right.
So this year, I think he trusts him a lot more, where it opened up.
Uh-huh.
Might do plays we ain't never seen before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we hoping that it does, especially game one.
Right. So offensively, last year the wide receivers struggled, then they did pretty well, then they struggled at the end. But none of the young guys really broke through, and I think we kind of figured out why they weren't ready. They didn't trust the trust word. What does a young guy have to do in camp? Amar Richards told us a story about what he did to gain Mark Rick trust. You know what I'm saying? Remember the story he told that he knew the whole damn playbook?
Yeah.
He knew the whole playbook. Man, what does a young guy got to do in camp? What does Romello have to do in camp for him to get snaps or jump over somebody? You know what I'm saying? That's
I think that's the top of the chart right there. You know the whole playbook. Then
that's where the trust comes from.
If you know the whole playbook. Basically, you know the whole playbook, and you can say each position. You can tell each position what they're gonna do.
Right.
Now, if you can do that, it's hard for you not to get on the field when you already got the talent and you just working hard. So doing the playbook is definitely number one to me. Two, you got to work hard.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know what I'm saying, the upperclassmen not gonna let you outwork them. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do, it's like that's it for them.
Yeah.
And three is when you get your opportunity, you got to make the play.
Right. I saw Romello picture Romello the day, boy. Romello has some little pecs.
Looking like he cut up, man. You see him?
It's just the angle.
Looking like he cut up, man. I was like, hold on, man.
Romello has some little pecs, man. Like he out there working. Muscle milk, dog. Shout out to Romello, man. Drinking that muscle milk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he look like he ready, man. Mello, about 185, 190.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So defensive side. Let's talk defensive side. We may be dead wrong on this. I may be dead wrong on this. You've been hearing T-Rob. But Manny has taken over the play calling, right?
Play calling, yeah.
Is T-Rob the heartbeat of that defense, dog?
I wouldn't say T-Rob. I would say Coach Jess.
Yeah?
Coach Jess, the defensive line coach. Because when Manny Diaz was the defensive coordinator, the defensive line was the heart. They was always the one putting the pressure on the quarterbacks, making the plays, getting turnovers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when the defensive line is good, the defense is normally good. Now, the year, I think it was 2018, we had a top 5 defense.
Right.
Coach Jess was our defensive line coach.
Right.
That's when Greg Willis had 100 tackles for loss.
Who else we had? Willis, who else?
Jonathan Garvin. We had Trent Harris. We had, was Chad still on that team? No, Joe Jackson. You
see, I battle with, when do you get a coach credit and when is it you just got some NFL dogs on the field? Like, where does it marry? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to find out now. Because if he can coach, we're about to find out. We're about to find out because I don't think he has those names yet. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, yeah, we don't have them names. You're gonna find out if Manny Diaz is the coach because now he don't have Shaq and Mike.
Right. I'm talking about Jess.
Okay,
D-line. Jess has them names you just named, bro. All was NFL players. Now you can say Jess assisted them to be in that. We could say, hey man, when they got Willis, we knew Joe Jackson was going. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying with Jess, he don't have the names on his D-line now. He got the young kid. He got Big Nestor.
He got Hunt. He got Miller. He got a Ford. I think, but
a lot of kids got
just the one recruited them. So,
but a lot of kids got to prove themselves, right?
Yeah, basically the whole D-line.
Not really Nestor. I think
Nestor and maybe Ford are the only two who actually proven themselves.
Right.
But yeah, they got to be proven, especially at the defensive end spot, because we don't as far as in game, statistic wise, nobody's done anything. So you got DeAndre Johnson, the transfer from Tennessee. You got Jafari Harvey, Cam Williams, Chad Williams. It's like 30 Williams.
James Williams.
It's like 30 Williams. Quentin Williams.
James Williams is putting on weight so fast, dog.
The one thing I say about Manny Diaz defense is he always plays fast. So he have a linebacker blitzing from somewhere or a safety blitzing, and that was a lot different from the way Baker caught the defense. Baker wasn't doing it. Right. Baker was just saying, okay, our D-line, just go get it.
Right.
So Manny Diaz, he makes the defense, the offense is a lot uncomfortable, which is good. So, we're going to see. We
played a lot of people, too. I wonder if we're going to get back to that. When Manny called the defense, we played a lot of people,
But then we had the debt to do it, though. Like you say, I have some boys, most of them went to the league. It's hard.
So you don't think he'll run it the same way? He was putting people in the game that were. He was putting the guy who went to Colorado State. He was young then, remember?
We talk about who been there for 8 years.
They were all getting snaps. You know what I'm saying? They was all getting snaps. And because I remember seeing they would all get in 1 or 2 plays, and it was.
Ironically, we always had a good defensive line coach. We went from Coach Cool to Coach Jess,
right,
to Coach Stroud, not Coach. We always had a good defensive line coach. So
right.
That's why I'm not too worried because I'm like, they somehow going to get it out of them.
Right.
As far as T-Rob, T-Rob is going to. He's basically holding the defense accountable. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing this soft zone stuff and this, you 20 yards in the back. Him and DVD, they're younger, so they understand the game a lot more as far as the way the plays are called. So I'm excited. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm excited. Right, and then he still got Coach Shute, who's an analyst for us, who could be a DC.
Right.
He has a lot that's going to help him game plan.
Right.
So that's going to help him a lot. I don't think Baker allowed that, as he should. Like, you got all these pieces to help you prepare, but I think Baker said, this is what I do.
The reason I said T-Rob, because I know T-Rob made a huge influence on the team, period. Bubba Bowden, he talked about it. DeMarcus Van Dyke is a young DB coach, playing in the NFL, but his first time coaching on the field. He's made an influence on DeMarcus Van Dyke. That's why I was saying, could T-Rob be the heartbeat of the defense? That's what I was thinking that way. But you think it's Jets?
It got to be Jets.
Yeah.
Because if no matter how good your defensive backs are, man, they can't cover for 5-6 minutes.
Right.
I mean seconds. If the D line is causing chaos, you know what I'm saying? You could cover for 2-3 seconds.
Right.
But you cover for 5-6 seconds, you're gonna get beat.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you can say they the heartbeat. He the heartbeat because he's a lot younger.
Right.
And the players understand him a lot more. So yeah, you can say it like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So listen. So we go into fall, and then everything's all shaken out, and then you walk into you get your depth chart down, who start, and then they get into the game plan, and then that final 3 weeks is basically what?
Game plan. You preparing. You finna basically drop your game plan for Alabama.
Yeah. That didn't start already?
I mean, it should have started after the bowl game. We played Alabama. They should have started it after the bowl game. But, I mean, now you say, yeah, man, you got to, all right, this is, normally offense will go in there and say, man, I got 15 plays. I know it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? And you go in there and drop from there. I don't know if it's 15 plays on defense you got to call, but
right.
I know it's 15 plays on offense you could call, so.
Right.
And then, it's health. We got to see who's healthy because, we've been hearing some of the players ain't healthy. Like, damn, he still ain't ready.
Yeah. So, listen. So let's get on Ahmad Richards. We sat down with Ahmad Richards, man, one of the best Hurricane wide receivers ever to play, but he played for a short stint of time. Ahmad Richards, which we didn't talk about, was committed to
Miami at first.
Miami, then decommitted, and almost went to Bama.
Almost went to Bama.
Almost went to Bama. And he said Mark Richt.
Once Mark Richt got the hire, he said, man, it was a no-brainer.
Why did he decommit?
Because remember, Al Golden got fired. Yeah. He basically said he didn't know exactly he didn't know what route the UN was going.
Yeah.
He said, man, they needed somebody who could hold stability and focus the program.
Right.
And he said he thought they was gonna get some young coach that nobody know about.
Right.
But when Mark Richt was hired, it was like, oh, that's Mark Richt.
So it would have been Ahmad Richards on one side, and who was at Alabama then?
Was it Ridley?
Ridley
and the boy before
From different.
was not Cooper was already in the lead, I think. So it'd probably been Ridley, Judy. No, Judy was just there 3 years ago.
So all the ranting and raving we've been doing about Saban coming out here taking our South Florida wide receivers, right? We did win one. We won one.
We won a few. We won a few. We won Lawrence Kager.
Who?
Cager. We won Lawrence Kager. Yeah, because
but no, I'm talking about him taking the South Florida.
South Florida. Okay.
Yeah. West Palm is teetering, but
well, yeah. Ahmad was the one we got from.
But we won. We won one. You know what I'm saying? We won one. That's what we won. I can't think of any others we won, but yeah, it would have been him or whatever with Ridley, and that would have been just problems for college football. But he came in, and you said some stuff about Ahmad surprised you. You said
yeah, man, I didn't know how competitive he was, on the field, because you talk to him, it just seemed like, man, yeah, I'm a laid back guy, chill, I'm not rowdy, but he was saying about the crap back, like he told the player in the game, like, I'm gonna come back and get you, and I'm like, oh, he's one of them players, okay.
Sometimes them players, man, off the field they could be one way, and on the field they could be another way. I mean, that's why I think that some of them are great. To be honest with you, that's why they are who they are.
Yeah, man, but just think, okay, Ahmad signs with you. He not the only high-profile receiver we get in that class. We get Sam Bruce,
right?
We get Dante Mullins,
right?
So we got 3 high-profile receivers in that class.
They showed cleared
and
the way
then,
for
and then the next year we get Jeff Thomas. So now you really, oh man.
Right.
But something happens where none of them on the field together.
Right. So listen, man, y'all make sure y'all like, share, and all the Cuban American fans and anybody who understand politics, let me know what's going on in Cuba in the comment section below. Let me know what's going on. What is it y'all asking for? What's going on in Cuba? Because I just got back from Baltimore and walked into protests and
Chaos.
Cuban flags flying. And so let us know in the comment section what's going on. If you want to be a member, man, it's right there in the description at the top. We've done that for you. You don't have to find a button anymore. That's X, I'm D. We out.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what?